It's Kareen here, and what you're about to witness is one entrepreneur's journey on how they navigate a challenge or need support in an area of their business with me. Results may vary if you try this on your own. The purpose of sharing this with you is to help you know that help is always available and you don't have to do it alone.
I think at the moment, I'm just like tired. I'm not invigorated. I I'm not focused. I mean, I'm like tired. I have a kid. I'm perpetually tired from parenthood and so there's always that. But I'm just like, I think, we're like year 7, staffing, like Lauren is just like a beast. It's across my whole field. Everyone is struggling with it,
Yeah.
in kind of post-COVID world. And I feel good about all the strategies we're using, but it just like sucks the life out of me. And I've hired someone to, do our HR but I'm still just in this slump. And and yeah, so it's more, it's not as like concrete of like, go look at my financial
Yeah,
situation,
no,
but I think like
it's
any
emotional.
tips you have of like,
Yeah.
and it's like different days. I'm like, oh, I should just like get it ready to sell and like be done. But like I do, like I love coming to work. I love my colleagues. I love what I do. Like that's not, what I want, but it's just hard. So I'm just in a slump.
Yeah. And in the past, when this happens to you, because this is generally a normal cycle for us, right? When we feel all the feels and that fatigue sets in. What are the things that light you up that could potentially be plugged in daily, like even if it's a short window of something that would
Yeah.
potentially ignite it?
I mean, I'm very entrepreneurial, like we all are. And so sometimes like thinking of a new thing. So like I've been trying to lean more into, that like I have a side, like I consult like internationally and
Mm,
speak and I don't know, this other like beads that like my dream would be to have this like people with disabilities like selling these like creations, which is yeah. But I mean like I've like dived more into that, but like simultaneously it doesn't really reinvigorate me in my business. Just maybe
yeah.
like personally in those moments I feel like okay, like I enjoyed that like two
Yeah.
hours.
Okay. And what are the things on your plate that bring you down? Like for example, and this is an exercise you could do offline if you'd like, but I love this task just because it helps me realize, oh, that's why I'm so out of alignment and energetically just want to stay in bed today. It's
Yeah.
because all these things on my list I really shouldn't be spending my time on, or I really shouldn't be doing it. And I'm talking about life and business. So there's certain
Yeah.
things that we forget to even delegate in our personal life that it's like, no, I don't want to take out the trash. No, I don't want to go clean that toilet. I will like, I'd rather hire someone to do it because that's a less hourly rate for me. And just have the relief of not having to think about it.
Yeah.
So what I would do is an inventory check on yourself. And so this is my fulfillment factor exercise where it just creates a lot of ahas of, oh, that's why I'm fatigued. So you list out all the tasks like in your given week. So from wake up to sleeping, what are all
Mhm.
the things that you're consistently doing or just like sporadically doing? And then you score them after you create your list, 1 to 10. 10 out of 10 is the like highest fulfillment. Don't take it away from me. I am not myself if I don't do these things. And then the one is the like, oh my God, I could care less. Like let it die. Like, right. Based on that scoring, then I want you to look at everything that's under an 8 and either delegate it or get rid of it. Under an 8. Because I think if you're able to group that, you might be able to see that, oh, nothing is really a 10 out of 10 for me or above an 8 out of 10 for me. So I might have to shift everything, which doesn't sound that way from what you've shared. Like you have things that light you up. But that list of the pulling down part, like the thing that's under an 8, will give you an identity of like, oh, okay, like if I just remove this thing, and it could be something in your personal life that you just felt like you're in you're shoulding all over yourself, like I should do this versus this is the thing I choose to do with my time. and actually someone else can do it so that I can get the relief. Because the fatigue is a normal state of being for most of us. But the fatigue with the, because I'm getting the sense of like almost the discomfort of feeling that way. Like there's something else going on.
Guilt almost.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's uncomfortable. It's also like some guilt of like, okay, like I'm coming into work every day and like as the leader, I should be like, really happy and in a great mood and like thrilled. And internally I'm not. And I try to like display that at least,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah. Because you're faking it.
Yeah.
Like there's also a vulnerability in leading where it's like, yeah, you know what? I'm feeling challenged today too. Like to actually be in the space and not should, because you said the magic word, you shoulded. Like you should all over yourself of like, I should show up this way. If you build your leadership stance on a facade of who you really are, then you will always be carrying like this heavy weight, this kind of like veil of untruths. And that is like always going to disseminate into all that you do. Also, by not showing up and in your authentic self, you're creating an inauthentic environment for others to be able to show up when they're having a hard time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty authentic with my leaders. I mean, they
Good.
know, but I mean, I just don't want to be in here every day. Like, okay, like I don't really want to be.
Humdrum. Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
mean, I am like, when like I fired 2 people yesterday, I was like, this sucks. I feel like shit.
Well, of course. Then it could also be the remnants of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been going through some hard decisions, sounds
Yeah.
like, too.
Yeah.
And you're the owner of this practice, right? You're the owner of this business. So you also get to set the tone as to your involvement in it. So that guilt, because you've said it a few times, maybe it's reimagining or designing the role that actually you want to play in your business now after all of this learning. Like if there's a part of you that's like, I just want to practice, like I just want to see my patient, I just want to do this work and not be responsible for the whole thing, or I just want to own it but not be in it. If you are clear on your ideal role in your business too, then you can start to shape all these resources that you're hiring and paying for to do the things you normally would be doing but don't want to anymore because your role is different. So it kind of gives you the target of how you are going to show up, and you're informing everybody, this is my role. This is what you do come to me for. And this is who you go to for everything else. And this is how I will be spending my time in the business going forward. I do the same thing, like with my own time management and capacity of this is what I love to do, is to be in these sessions and coach and align entrepreneurs on the path they're on, or go strategically deep and spend my time there. So I have my team pretty much take care of the rest, so I could just direct them as needed. But my schedule is what's most important to me, to know that I have blocks of time. And I always do my me time first thing in the morning, because I have to serve myself, fill my own cup before I'm serving all day long for everybody else. And so if that's also been a little off kilter, then what are the things you can do for yourself first thing that make you feel full, to then walk in and be like, I'm ready to serve? Because again, service-based businesses is all about the services we provide. And then on top of that, now you're leading a whole company. Like we forget that we have to fill our own cup first. And it's really a pitcher that has to spill all over everybody else. So I have that's why I think that exercise of understanding, like, where are you spending your time on what? And then figuring out how can you reprioritize yourself and your needs into that schedule, and what needs to shift in the communication that your team needs to know, and your availability, and test it out. Because maybe waiting for that 2-week marker of time off isn't enough, and you need something daily. Like I'm offline from 1 to 4 every day. You literally can build your business that way if you wanted to. Nothing's stopping you. You're the owner of it. Just want to remind you that breakthroughs and strategies are here for you. You don't have to be isolated on your business building journey. If you'd like to have a chance to connect with me and let me be all up in your business, Go to heykareen.com/connect and a team member will share how you can obtain the best support at this time. You always can have me in your pocket by leveraging my AI. Go to heykareen.app, download it, and start chatting away. And of course, I am always here, willing and ready to be the support you need. All you have to do is ask.